2, go.
So every single golfer who slices the golf ball, actually, even if they don't slice it, they should be doing that, Piers.
Totally agree. Let's see you hit one. Hi, we're Piers and Andy from Me and My Golf. Thanks for joining today's Impact Show. We're going to show you one of these pens is going to stop you slicing the golf ball, possibly forever. Let's take charge.
That was a draw, by the way.
Of your game. Was it? So thanks for joining us here on the 14th hole at the Asprey. Now, September is all about stopping your slice. So what we're going to do is we're going to break it down and take you on a journey for this entire month, both here in the Impact Show and on the Me and My Golf Weekly at meandmygolf.com, and show you exactly what causes your slice, how to fix it, and going through setup, backswing, downswing, the whole lot. So Andy, it's the most common shot that we see. It's the shot that we get the most questions on. We need to stop it, don't we?
We do, yeah. And it all starts with the setup, which we're really looking at today. We're really looking at the grip and really get an understanding of what causes the slice. I think if you can understand what's actually happening at impact and then how to really test it and then really get the grip sorted today, it's going to make a massive difference.
Yeah, so we're going to focus purely on the grip. We're actually going to get you hitting a shot with TrackMan in play with a poor grip. And that'd be interesting to see what we get. But what sort of, before we get into that, what sort of things do the viewers need to know about what is causing the slice? So what is actually causing that slice?
So at impact, this is the important thing. At impact, what we see is a slice happens when the club path is left of the club face. So the difference between the path and the face is what causes the curve, Piers. But it's also important to understand the importance of the face. This is really crucial. So the face, there's a saying in golf, isn't there, that the face sends it, the path bends it.
Yes.
Now, the ball will always start closer to where the face is at impact in comparison to where the path is. So here's an example. If I've got my target there, the bunker, and I swing down to impact, my path is, let's say, 10 degrees left, but my club face is square to my target. The ball will start slightly left of the target, which is closer to the face aim, but because the path is so far left, it's going to cause a curvature and the ball will finish to the right. So it really is, the face is so key, guys, to actually where that ball starts. And if your ball is starting out right, then it's hard then to actually start getting back to target because your path will want to move left.
If you do those numbers when you hit a shot, it's going to be over on the 13th fairway.
Exactly.
So the strike is also important, though, isn't it? We can't neglect that, can we?
Exactly, and that's the first thing that we always check. Make sure that you can test your strike, because if you hit it on the heel, the ball's going to start left and then curve to the right due to the gear effect. So we always say, number one thing you should always do with your driver is just test where you're hitting the golf ball from. You can get the face tape from your local pro, or you can get some foot spray from your local pharmacy and spray it on the face and actually just see where your strike pattern is, because that really is, again, it's going to influence the curvature of the shot. So we need to make sure that we can hit it at the center as much as possible.
You can even get a pen and put the dot on the ball as well if you want to do it that way. So, all right, let's get into this grip then. What are so we'll go with both hands, left and right.
Yeah.
What are the issues that we're seeing?
So everybody who's slicing the golf ball, all you guys who are watching this, you need to check the grip. And if you overlook the grip, then you're missing out big time, because if you just position the hands in a good place on the club, it is going to make things so much easier. So it's the first thing we see when we see someone on the lesson tee, Piers. We check their grip. Now, let's go through the left hand, the main hand. The glove hand on the golf club has a massive influence. Now, what we tend to see is the lead hand tends to get too much in the palm, like this. And then if I close my hand on now from here, when I look down, I haven't really got any knuckles in view. And what this tends to happen is it tends to cause a lot of rotation on the way back and want to open the face. So this is probably the most common one we see, Piers, high palm and not far enough round with the lead hand. Trail hand, again, generally something that's too much over to the left, where the thumb and the forefinger are too far round, and we can see the V on the right hand now points sort of left of my left ear there. And then again, this now contributes to the face wanting to be massively open. So I need to make some huge compensations now to try and square the face, and I'm going to sort of rob myself of power, ball strike and path.
You've just actually done all of those compensations in that little mimic there. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's get you hitting a shot with TrackMan, as we said. We're going to look at what happens when you hit a golf shot with this grip.
With a poor grip, so
you're going to do your normal swing. You're not going to put the compensations in, are you?
No, I haven't got time to do that. So weak left hand, weak right hand, normal golf swing. I won't change anything here. Let's just see what happens.
That's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers on this one.
I'm going to play it from there, have I?
It's interesting because instinctively your path was actually a little bit to the left, more so than it would be, because I think your instincts have told you that you've got to swing a little bit more to the left. But we can see there the club face is miles,
I'm trying to think what that was.
Miles open, 17.3 degrees open to the path. I mean, that is like, it's a huge amount. So
and I didn't change my swing there. All I did was position the hands on a different place, but that obviously wanted the club face then to return open.
there was a little bit of change in there. There had to be, because I think you're just aware of that, even though you weren't trying to, because your path was a little bit further left than normal. But it's interesting, I mean, 30 degrees of spin axis to the right, that's just well, we saw where it went. It's out of shot on the camera there. So, okay, that's the issues. That's what can happen. And obviously what would happen from there is you wouldn't hit shots that far right all the time. You'd build in those compensations, and his club path would start going even further to the left as a result. So what are you going to do? How are you going to fix this?
So let's go through the lead hand first, then we'll take you through the right hand. And again, you need a marker for this because we're going to be drawing on a glove. I've got a very old glove here, so just so make sure I don't ruin it. But from here now, what we'd like to see on the lead hand, I'm going to position the grip now on here, and you're going to see club face is nice and square up in the air, and the grip actually sits across the base of the forefinger, diagonally across to the pad underneath the little finger. Now you'll also see it's just sitting under the heel pad of the hand there. So this heel pad actually goes on top of the golf club like this. And this is going to help me position that grip in a way that's going to help square the face. So from here now, Piers is going to come and draw a nice couple of lines on the actual grip here. And this is what we recommend that you can do. Straight down, and then the other side as well.
Yep.
So now I've got the perfect place for my grip to go. Now most people, like I say, they're going to be a little more down the palm like this. So all I need to do now is hold the club up in the air like this, hand out, position that right directly through there. Now when I close the hand around the club, this is what I can see now. My thumb is down the right hand side. I can see 2 to 3 knuckles. Really important that you see a minimum of 2 knuckles, because that's what's going to help return the face square. And my grip now is in a perfect place with this lead hand, Piers. Massive, massive difference this will make.
I think that's huge, and it's well worth, you know, sort of wrecking a glove to do this. When I say wrecking a glove, it's not. It's actually obviously the best thing you can do. Okay, let's get that trail hand in there.
So trail hand now, as opposed to going over like this, we're actually going to go on the side of the club. So right hand goes on the side nicely over the thumb here, in the fingers. And I'm just going to close my hand around the grip now so that the right thumb is slightly down the left. But you'll see the V between the thumb and the forefinger is actually to the right of my right ear, somewhere between the shoulder and the ear really. And that's really now a nice neutral grip, and it's going to help me then produce this square face at impact.
Okay, just keep your hands on the club and just point the club at me. Come on, I'm going to come in here. It's almost like you can shake hands with somebody. If you actually imagine having that shape with the open, weak grip, it's you're shaking hands like that, which we don't want to do.
Exactly.
Okay, so look, that's interesting. Now, what style of grip are we looking at? Because we know there's 3 different styles of grip here. What are we talking about underneath here?
So as far as joining them together, we've got 3 options generally. Baseball, where the hands are together, not necessarily linked. Or we've got the interlock, where we just interlock these 2 fingers together.
Tiger Woods.
Or we have the overlap, where the little finger just overlaps the knuckle on the actual forefinger there. Quick question for you as well, the overlap, what is it actually, who is it named after? What famous golfer is it named after? Post your comments down below.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I think we're done, aren't we? We've got the grip, we know how we want to do it. So let's hit a shot now, maybe just readjust your hands there. Let's hit another shot.
Okay, so let's fire one away then, Piers. Good lead hand there. 3 knuckles on the back of that hand. I know I've got it in a good place now. Right hand's good. Let's do the same swing and just see what the numbers say.
Okay. Yeah, much better shot. A little bit of
Tiny bit of fade,
bit of fade on that maybe. And it's interesting, I mean, look, you were 17 degrees open to your path last time. We know that's not going to be the case this time. You were 3 degrees open to it. So maybe that grip actually turned you into a little bit of a fade. You know what to do next time.
Yeah,
but you can see, you know, with not really any difference in conscious thoughts in the golf swing, you know, the gap between the club face and the path was tied it up perfectly by having that grip in a good place.
Just shows how important it is for you guys to actually just check that. And we really do recommend drawing that line, as you can see on that there, base of the forefinger diagonally across so it sits underneath the heel pad here. If you get that right, it's very hard to get it wrong.
There you go. There's your information for today. That's the start of your journey to getting rid of your slice. So make sure if you enjoyed that, hit the like button. It really does help us. And comment below. Don't forget to answer the question on the grip. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button now.
Yes, and our Me and My Golf Weekly has just gone live, where we're really talking about dialing in the setup with ball positions, body tilts, body angles to help you again fix that slice. So make sure you go and check it out over at meandmygolf.com now.
Yes, so make sure you check that out and you stay with us for the rest of the month of September with some very simple tips on how to get rid of your slice. But if you are looking to dive even deeper into getting rid of your slice, you need to check out our coaching plan, Turn Your Slice into a Draw.
Yes, and this is basically a 4-week plan where myself and Piers guide you week by week with specific drills, how to practice each week, that we guarantee if you have a go at this and take on this plan, you will get rid of that slice and turn it into a draw. So you can check that out, click the link in the corner, and we will see you over there.